We continue now at the top of Daf Mem Tesam and Beis in Meseches Nazir. This is Nazir Daf 49b. The Gemara is darshaning the phrase in the pasuk "Al kol nafshos meis lo yavo," according to Rabbi Akiva. Al kol la'afuke rechokim. The words "al kol" exclude non-relatives. Meis la'afuke krovim. The word meis is to exclude relatives. And nafshos, the word nafshos la'afuke revius dam. That comes to exclude, let's say you have a quarter lug of blood, sheyotza mishnei mesim, which comes out of two dead bodies, shemetame ba'oel, that is metame ba'oel. You can combine that, and if it forms a revius dam, it's metame ba'oel. Shenemar, like the pasuk says, I'll call nafshos meis lo yavo. And Rashi says, I'll call la'afuke rechokim de lo letame. What it means to say is, the Kohen Gadol is not allowed to become tame. That's la'afuke, to exclude. It means he's not allowed to become tame to non-relatives, and meis la'afuke krovim, he's not allowed to become tame to relatives, and nafshos means Yotzas revius dam beis mesim. Let's say you have a revius of dam that comes out from two mesim, eino metame lahem. He's not allowed to be metame in that case to the revius dam as well. And the Rosh explains, Al kol la'afuke rechokim v'lavar olav b'veiz lav. And what it really means to say is that a Kohen Gadol transgresses two negative commandments if he becomes tamei to non-relatives. Even without this pasuk, we obviously know a Kohen Gadol is not allowed to become tamei to non-relatives, because even a regular Kohen is not allowed to become tamei to non-relatives. Nafshos la'afuke revius dam habami beis mesim. And again, the word nafshos is to exclude a quarter lug of blood that comes from two mesim. Sha'asur li tamei lahem, that it's also to become tamei to them. The darshina nafshos meis beis nefashos. We darshan nafshos, meaning to say two nefashos. Mishum meis echad dahainu revius echad means to say again you have a revius that comes from two nefashos. De'en adam yochel lichios bepachos revius dam, because a person is not able to live with less than a quarter of a lug of blood. And the Rosh notes, Kach kasu b'miksa svarim la'afuke revius dam v'chulu. In the svarim it says, Lagar girsa la'afuke, v'etzrichu ha'mefarshim lefarushe la'afuke shelo yitmala. The mefarshim say la'afuke means to say that he's not allowed to become tummy to this. Uverov svarim ksiv la'isuye, he says in most svarim it actually says to include, which actually fits better with the context. V'nicha ach girsa tvei, la'isuye shemetami boel. The word la'isuye fits better because it means to include in terms of tumas oel, again that is prohibited. And the Gemara continues with the Mishnah, Al elu tumos hanazir megaleach, and the following tumos a nazir shaves, al hameis, on a dead body, v'al kazayis min hameis, and on a kazayis from a dead body, v'al kazayis neitzla, and on a kazayis of the liquid from a dead body, v'al mole tarvad rekev, and on a full ladle of dust from a dead body, al ashedra, on the spine, v'al agolgolis, and on the skull, v'al aver min hameis, and on a limb from the dead body, v'al aver min achayin, on a limb from a living body, sheyesh alav basar koroi, if it has enough flesh that in theory could regenerate if you would put it back to the body. Ve'al chatzi kav atzamos, and on a half a kav of bones. Ve'al chatzi lug shemen, on a half a lug of blood. Ve'al magon, ve'al mason, ve'al ohilan. On all of these, the Nazir would have to shave whether he touches that kind of tumah, whether he carries that kind of tumah, or whether that tumah is in an ohel, and the Nazir enters that ohel and becomes tumah in that fashion. In all of those situations, the Nazir is going to have to shave. And the Mishnah continues, V'al etzem kisaora, and on a bone that is the size of a barley, al mago v'al maso. So then if the Nazir touches it, or if the Nazir carries it, but tumas oel would not apply to etzem kisaora. Al elu hanazir megaleach, on all of these the Nazir shaves, umaze b'shlishi uvashvi, and he has to sprinkle on the third and the seventh day. That's part of the purification process. V'sosres hakodmin, and it also undoes any count that the Nazir did previously. He has to start the count of Nazirus over again. Limnos ela ad sheyitor umevi es korbanos, and he doesn't bring to count, and he doesn't begin to count new until he purifies himself and he brings his korbanos. And the Gemara says, Tanu Rabban, and the rabbis taught, Achar petiras shel Rabbi Meir, after the death of Rabbi Meir, Amar lahen Rabbi Yehuda letalmidav, Rabbi Yehuda said to his students, Al yikonsu talmidei Rabbi Meir lekan, don't allow the students of Rabbi Meir to enter here, mipnei shekantarin hein, because they anger others, v'lo lilmod Torah hein boin, and they don't come to learn Torah, ela lekabcheni v'halachos hein boin, they're just coming to defeat me in arguments and halacha. Dochak sumchas v'nichnas, nevertheless sumchas, he forced his way in, he was a Talmud of Rabbi Meir, and he entered. Amar lahem, he said to them, Kach shana li Rabbi Meir taught me as follows, Al elu tumos hanazir megaleach, on the following tumos, a Nazir shaves, al hameis, on a dead body, al kazayis min hameis, and on a kazayis from a dead body. Ka'as Rabbi Yehuda. So Rabbi Yehuda became angry. V'yamar lehen, and he said to them, Lo kach amarti lachem, didn't I tell you? Al yikon, so talmidei, Rabbi Meir lakan, I said Rabbi Meir's talmidim should not be allowed to enter here. B'mnei shakan tarnein, because they just come to anger people. Al kezayis min ameis megaleach, if we know that a Nazir has to shave on a kezayis from a dead body, al ameis lo kol shekain, of course he has to shave on a dead body. Why would the Mishnah have to say both kezayis min ameis and the mace itself? And we will continue with this discussion in the next video on Daf Nun Amud Aleph.